Welcome to Bravery, everybody. Give him a nice hand for stopping in. G-Rock sessions here today. Sam, Mike, and Anthony from the band. Of course, The Sun and the Moon is available now for everybody to go purchase legally. And I make that point very vivid. Purchase it legally.
Thank you.
Because I want you guys to make the money. And then give you like a 2% cut when you do make that. You guys have been pretty busy lately. You did a ton of touring throughout last year and just finishing up one now. You did the Incubus dates. You did the Smashing Pumpkins dates. You had your own headlining dates. So, I mean, really, are you guys burned out yet or what? Or is it the power is just going to continue to keep on going here?
The power of rock.
The power of the rock and roll.
Courses through our veins. We can't stop. We can't stop the rock.
What is next? What's next for you guys?
We're kind of always touring, you know, and we just like write songs on the road and record stuff while we're touring, and so it's just kind of a perpetual motion.
It never ends. It's the power of rock.
Power of rock.
As you clearly stated, the power of rock.
Yeah, we're doing our own tour right now, and then we're doing. I guess we're doing the, what do they call it, Project Revolution tour. We're doing the Bamboozled Festival.
Bamboozled, May 3rd, May 4th here.
And then we're going to Australia.
So the worldwide power of rock. It's not just the stateside power of rock.
Globally. Yeah, and then just a bunch of US stuff, and then we're trying to figure out what we're going to do in Europe right now.
It's a real big treat to have, for me personally, and I'm sure for the people behind who are all the listeners here who went onto our website at grockradio.com and they say, hey, we want to see the Bravery in a very intimate performance. You guys are from New York.
That's right.
And pretty much the story of the Bravery goes is that there was a lot of self-promotion when you first started out. So 2003. You were one of the first bands, and I don't know if a lot of people know this, but were you one of the first bands that actually had that MySpace profile before MySpace blew up?
Yeah, we we lived in New York. We all met there, and we just recorded this album in our basement. And John, I guess our keyboardist, discovered MySpace, and he like this new thing. This is in like 2003.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, this is a really good way to meet girls. So
so nothing's changed, basically.
So, and he was like, hey, you can put music on this. What if we made a profile for our band?
Right.
And at the time, we couldn't find another band that had done that. They didn't have the music profile thing. So we just kind of made it up, and put our album online, and people started downloading it, and that it was how things started for us.
You basically had like a little 3-song sampler on there, including An Honest Mistake, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
One of those is which of course turned out to be the first single for the band. You guys did a run at Arlene's Grocery. It was every Thursday for 2004.
Well, not for
for a month of 2004,
for
a month's worth, and then it sold out. Every show was sold out. The samplers were gone. The posters were up, and that's when the label came through, Island Def Jam. So was there like a little bidding war for the Bravery, or was it all right? We like Island. We're going to go with Island here, remembering that the Island people are sitting right off to our right. Was it that? I'm sure they're treating you fine.
Yeah, we would. We started to make a name for ourselves, and we'd just hang out putting up flyers all over the place, and we would stand outside like Tower Records and just hand out we'd burn CDs and just hand them out all day.
The old-fashioned way of doing things.
Totally, and so we did this residency at Arlene's, and that sort of got a whole buzz going. And what happened actually was some DJs started, they downloaded our stuff off MySpace or whatever and started playing it on the air, which is pretty rare, especially back then.
Right.
It kind of hadn't really happened. And so that was a big thing for us. And then labels started talking to us, and Island was the best one.
Before all that, tell everybody about a little band called Scaba the Hut.
Nice.
Scaba the Hut.
Yes. Me and John were, we started the band. He's a keyboard player.
Right.
And we've known each other, like, forever. And so way back in school, like, the first band we ever played in was this band called Scaba the Hut in Poughkeepsie, New York.
I don't know if he's really mad that I brought up Scaba the Hut. He's like, damn it, stupid Wikipedia. So
Probably
it was basically
not the best band it's not the best band that's ever been, but it's the best band name.
And then Conquistador.
Yeah.
Conquistador, which served on, what was the show there? It was a Premium Blend.
Yeah.
You guys were the house band for Premium Blend, is that right?
Yeah, we did that one time. That was like a long time. Conquistador was like a new wave band that John and I
it switched from ska to new wave.
Well, it was like our friends from college, and we were just always playing different stuff. And then Conquistador was sort of when we started like trying to be serious about it.
So now you've made it. Now you can say that those are long past things, and now it is full on the Bravery. Some of the things that have been said about the Bravery, even as the first album came out with An Honest Mistake and Unconditional, this is the next band to watch, 2005, The Most Promising Act. Village Voice said the next official big thing from New York. A lot of expectations with just the first album coming out. So far, 2 albums later, do you feel like you've met the expectations, or is there we're just getting started at this point?
I feel like we're in a really nice place right now because it's, you know, there was a lot of hype around us when it came out, and now it's like I think people just think of us as a band instead of like the hype band.
Right.
So we can kind of do whatever we want, and so we've been branching out, trying a lot of different styles of the music.
Well, you say, actually, it's a good thing that you bring that up with things that you wanted to do. The original concept for this album was you were going to have all the songs that you wrote, do them the Bravery way, the way that was expected from the Bravery, like with the first album, and then secondary versions of it, like you would re-record them in a different style. Now, that never really came to be up until like now. Now you have the complete versions of the album.
Yeah, I mean, we make music the way DJs do, which is, you know, we come from a DJ background, so it's like you put the sounds in a computer and then you just completely mess them up.
Right.
You you remix it basically.
Right.
And everything that you hear from us has gone through that whole thing because that's just how we do it. So what happens is for every song, you know, there's like 10 different versions lying around.
Really?
Yeah, we just go in all these different directions, try different things. There's an acoustic version, there's like a dance version, there's like a rock version. You know what I mean? And you just never hear them because most of them suck. And we just take, you know, whatever's the best one and put that on the album.
This stinks. Leave this all.
Yeah.
This is nothing but garbage.
Right. And so for this album, we were like, you know, are we gonna do it the way that we're used to doing things, or are we gonna try a totally different direction? And we just decided we'd do both. So it's the sun and the moon. There's the sun side, which was more experimental for us. It's like acoustic. It's more organic. It's more produced. We worked with the producer.
Mm-hmm.
Then the moon.
Brendan O'Brien,
yeah.
right, you worked with?
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
He's done pretty much, I think, almost every major band from the alternative era of the 90s.
Yeah, he's great. And then the Moon album, which we just recently put out, which is kind of more, it's darker, it's like self-produced, it's more raw, and that's kind of more, you know, how we traditionally make music.
Nice. Any of you guys have questions for the band? This is like your opportunity. We have our winners in here, and like it's not a whole lot of times where listeners, or guys who usually play in front of 20,000 people, you know, and you're in here in a group of 8 people. So I'm going to open it up. Anybody? This is your. Come on up here. Come on up here, man. Somebody have the bravery. No pun intended. No, waka waka. Come on, step up, man. What's your name?
Chris.
Chris,
Yeah.
step up to the mic. Ask the band your question.
At what point in time did you guys know that you finally made it? That this is where you want to be at with your.
Right now, what are you kidding? This moment is it.
But with everything that you've had to go through to get here, when did you realize that you were here?
I don't know if there's ever that moment. I think it's when you're in it, it's like things happen gradually. It's like step by step, and you always think like, what's the next thing that we should be doing? You know what I mean? And I think it's very easy to lose a sense of gratitude. You know, a sense of like, wow, it's lucky that we've done this. And for me, it was like, you know, we went from in a 1 year like playing for 50 people in New York to like traveling the world, including you. Were you
I was one of
50?
them.
Nice. One of those 50 people.
I think you said you drove 2.5 hours, right?
Yeah, we're from he and I are from Long Island.
Nice.
They came all the way out from Long Island
That's
because
great.
of this.
That's great.
Dedicated fan base.
And so we went from that to, you know, touring the world in like a year, and then after that, you know, I was back in New York and like went to see my friend's band playing at that same club for 50 people, and that was when I realized, like, wow,
We're here.
that's where we were a year ago.
We are so far away from Scaba the Hutt and Conquistador right now. The Sun and the Moon is available now on compact disc and downloadable material. Before we let you guys go, I got a G-text here. We have a text messaging thing where the listeners are listening to this. Somebody wants to know what the first cool thing that you bought was when you got some cash. That you can put on the air. Keeping in mind we have government regulations here at the radio station.
I got an iPod.
The first thing you got when you
Yeah,
got
I
cash.
never had one before.
You didn't have one before 2003.
No, I got.
You know, they have these cool video iPods now. You get videos and everything on there. All right, well, hopefully you got your question answered, text personer. The Sun and the Moon is available now. You guys can download it from our website, and of course you can get it thebravery.com.
TheBravery.com. Yeah.
Thebravery.com. And Conan O'Brien tomorrow night, 1,000,000%. Thank you guys for coming in today. I know you got a very busy schedule, and of course another tour coming through, and we'll get to see you guys at Bamboozle May 3rd, May 4th. Which day you guys doing the first day or the second day? May 3rd, May 4th.
First day.
We are doing the
First day. So,
You get to know that your listeners are much more prepared than I am.
May 3rd, the Saturday at Bamboozle in East Rutherford, thebamboozle.com. You guys can get tickets for that. Again, Sam, Mike, Anthony, a million thanks, and give it up one more time, everybody.